If you've ever sat there thinking, should I get an AeroPress or a V60, or wondering which one's better for your kind of coffee, this is the video that will actually help you decide. V60 is a pour-over dripper. AeroPress is basically a coffee syringe. One uses gravity and the other uses pressure. Both make great coffee, but they brew completely differently. The V60 is slower, a bit more hands-on. The AeroPress is faster, tidier, and more forgiving. If you're new here, I'm Lizzie. I'm here to help you make better coffee at home. Most of the time, we're roasting and shipping fresh coffee to people who are just as into this stuff as we are, but these videos are where we share everything we've learned for free. If you want to support that, hit subscribe and welcome back to you 14,000 other beauties. The V60 and the AeroPress. Personally, for light roast, I prefer percolation methods like V60 and Chemex over the immersion brewers like French press and AeroPress. Not just for flavour, though I'll get to that. It's the ritual, the act of pouring slowly, carefully. It feels like you're cooking something, you're involved. With immersion brewers, you stir, you steep, you plunge. It works, but it doesn't give me that same feeling. AeroPress gives you a rich, smooth, full-bodied cup with less acidity. It's more chocolatey, kind of like a cafe-style long black. It's great if you like bold, mellow coffees that aren't too bright or sharp, or if you're adding milk. The V60, on the other hand, brings out all the highs. The fruity notes, floral, citrus, especially with light roasts. It's cleaner, lighter, more defined. If you brew a natural Ethiopian in both, the AeroPress will give you jammy fruit, but the V60 gives you delicate florals and zingy citrus. Neither's better, neither's worse, it's 100% personal taste. AeroPress is super beginner friendly. There's less to mess up, you don't need a gooseneck kettle, cleanup takes seconds, it travels well and it's fast. So if I'm making coffee while also cooking breakfast or doing life admin, I'll reach for the French press or the AeroPress every time. Set it, forget it, done. But if I've got time and a coffee that has bright citrusy notes like this coffee here, I'll go with the V60. Quick note on grind. AeroPress likes a medium fine grind, V60 likes medium. If your coffee's tasting bitter, grind coarser. If it's sour or weak, grind finer. Tiny tweaks make a big difference. And please get a burr grinder. Blade grinders are like throwing your beans into a wood chipper and hoping for the best. In terms of versatility, the AeroPress is the clear winner. You can get a bunch of different filters that will give you different results, such as these metal filters, which will give you a richer, heavier, more textured cup. More of the oils come through. Paper filters give a cleaner, light-bodied, smooth cup. Or there's even the flow control attachment, or the fellow Prismo, if you want to brew something closer to an espresso. You just can't do that with the V60. Let's make a couple of coffees with each method. I'll be using the AeroPress flow control attachment with a metal filter. And for the V60, just the standard paper filter. We're going to do a taste test. Same beans, one's going to be using the V60, one using the AeroPress. Let's see how it impacts the flavour. First up, the AeroPress. 15 grams of beans, and I'm going to put them into the grinder. I'm using the Fellow Ode grinder, which I think is amazing. I'm using the flow control attachment with a metal filter. So we just screw that onto the end. 15 grams of coffee. The water should be 90 degrees. If you don't have a thermometer, you just leave it for a minute off the boil and it should be perfect. And then I'm going to add 225 grams. Give it a good agitation. And then we're going to let it steep for 1 minute. And then we plunge. That was less than 2 minutes. While that cools to a reasonable drinking temperature, we'll make the V60. We're going to be grinding slightly coarser here for the V60. 15 grams again. Rinse the filter just to get rid of any papery taste. 15 grams of coffee. And then I'm just going to make a little well in the top. And we need a 30-gram weight of water to bloom, so twice the weight of the coffee. That's going to take 30 seconds. So we just need to finish up with 225 grams of water. So here we have the V60 coffee, and here we have the AeroPress coffee. You can already see the difference in clarity. So this is the AeroPress, and this is the V60. You can see the V60 delivers a much cleaner cup. That's partly because we used a metal filter as well, so the metal filter allows a bit more of the oil through. Time for the taste test. Gosh, yeah, that's a rich cup. Definitely got some cocoa flavours. Full-bodied, punchy. See how the same coffee compares in the V60. Wow, that's a really big difference. That's so much lighter. This is really punchy and strong. This is delicate and light. Totally different. It's just incredible how different that is. This is like two completely different beans. This is super light, quite citrusy almost. And the cocoa flavours in this are just, it's so punchy compared to this light, delicate coffee. I always knew that the AeroPress made stronger cups that were punchier, but my goodness, it's interesting to see it quite so clearly. If you're into bright floral coffees, light roast from Ethiopia or Kenya, a V60 will show those off like nothing else. But if you like deeper, chocolatey, low-acid coffees, Sumatra, Brazil, medium to dark roasts, they shine in the AeroPress. If you want to test that for yourself, I've linked a couple of bean recommendations below. Just stuff we genuinely enjoy brewing with both methods. So, AeroPress or V60? Honestly, both are worth having. They're cheap, they're fun, they make great coffee. If you've got both, experiment. Use the same beans with a different brew. That's how you get to know what you really like. Let me know in the comments what you're brewing with right now and if you've ever changed your mind about which one you prefer. If you want to see our AeroPress recipe, click this video. And if you want to make a delicious flash brew iced coffee with a V60, check out this video here. Thanks for watching and see you next time.